It's the USF coming back at you like I never left. Without further ado, let's get right into this video. Before we start anything, if you're not subscribed to USF Gang, go ahead and subscribe. Leave a like, comment your opinion below, turn on post notifications so you know every time we got some content for you. We're gonna get right into this video. So we're gonna begin with this Thursday night game against the Indianapolis Colts and New England Patriots in Foxborough. Thursday night primetime game. Who do I have winning this game? So when I look at this, I'm looking at both Andrew Luck and I'm looking at Tom Brady. I know Andrew Luck can compete in this game simply by the fact that he is Andrew Luck. And I'm looking at the Patriots, who's coming off a big win against the Miami Dolphins. Now, I look at both of these teams and I say to myself, who do I trust more on the primetime stage? This game is going to be close. I think it will be close. That defense from Indianapolis is looking decent this year. And you look at the addition of what the Patriots have at the running back position with Chubb. He's in there. He had a breakout game. And with the Patriots, when a run game can be very detrimental. And they can beat any team in the league because their defense, we all know Bill Belichick can make adjustments where the defense can shut out any team if he wanted to. But now you add on the fact that if you have a running game, your defense don't even got to get out there. And you have Tom Brady who can get it done in any type situation. So watch out for the Patriots. They just got 10 times better since they got blown out by the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I'm looking at them, like, now y'all looking at Pat Mahomes and that offense, and you looking at Jacksonville and their defense. Patriots might be poised to go back to the Super Bowl again. I mean, people are expecting the cliff for Tom Brady, but you looking at it right now, and that team is looking poised to go back to another Super Bowl. So with that being said, I have the Patriots winning in Foxborough against the Indianapolis Colts, having the Colts fall to 1-4 on the season. Let's move on. So we got the Denver Broncos versus the New York Jets. Now, you saw Denver Monday night against that Pat Mahomes-led offense, and the defense did pretty good, pretty solid, shutting them down, neutralizing them a bit. Case Keenum, he could almost get it done, and that's the type of quarterback he is. He's an almost type quarterback when you're looking at it in actuality. And then you see the New York Jets, who coming off a loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars, a blowout loss where Sam Darnold, he looked good in my opinion, okay? Sam Darnold looked very good as a quarterback. Do I have him winning this game? I don't know yet. But when I'm looking at this game right here, I'm saying Sam Darnold, I feel like he has magic waiting to happen within him, because I'm looking at him during that game and I'm saying he looks very good. The stuff that he's doing looks very good. I mean, the team itself is trash. I mean, you look at the O-line, that's very trash right now. The defense, in my opinion, coming into the season, I thought the defense is going to be playing at a top high level this year, and it's not doing that. So when I'm looking at this game, it is being played at New York Jets, but I'm thinking Broncos have a slightly better team than the New York Jets. I'm going to go with the Broncos here to win this game. Let's move on. We have the Green Bay Packers versus the Detroit Lions. Now you look at this game, you have Green Bay, who's coming off a blowout win against the Buffalo Bills, a shutout win. That defense is looking solid. You look at the Detroit Lions now, and the Detroit Lions, I feel like they're still a good team. They're a very, very disciplined team. They hung in with who they played last week, I forget, but they hung in with them. They have a great disciplined team. You can tell that the Patriot way is somewhat going translating over their guys and starting to buy in. I feel like they can win this game and upset the Packers here. So I'm gonna go with the Packers losing this game to the Detroit Lions, especially with this being at home. I got the Lions. Let's move on to the New York Giants versus the Carolina Panthers. Now, when I look at this game, I'm looking at the Giants, okay? I thought the Giants going to be better than they are, okay? Eli is hindering that offense tremendously. I mean, it's you can see it from week to week. You beat Houston, then you come back around and you lose to New Orleans. That's inconsistent quarterback play right there. So it all falls on the hands of Eli, whether he wants to show up this game or not. The backs are against the wall this game, and Eli, when he's under pressure, he's that type of quarterback that can get it done. So they're going into Carolina. And I see this game, but Cam is playing at the top of his peak right now. Cam is a precision type thrower right now, something we have never seen with the athleticism. Combined with the athleticism that he has right now, Cam could be that guy for the Panthers, which he has been in the past years. But I'm saying that guy to lead them back to the Super Bowl type quarterback. So when I'm looking at this, it's a tough game for me to pick. The Panthers might be one of the best teams in the league right now, but I'm looking at it like this. I feel like the New York Giants are against the wall. Odell, he's not having it this game. He's got to get some more production. So he's saying, let's win this game. I'm going to go with the New York Giants to upset the Panthers at home. Let's move on to the Tennessee Titans versus the Buffalo Bills. Now, if you don't know, I am a Tennessee Titans fan, and I didn't have any belief that we were going to beat the Eagles last game. I had strong belief in this team to be a good playoff contending team, but I didn't have any faith in them last week to beat the Eagles. Now, coming to this game, this is going to raise eyebrows for me personally as a fan. We know in past years that the Tennessee Titans have lose these type games. Like, this is a trap game. You saw last year we went to the West Coast and lost to Arizona, San Francisco. Now what do we do this year is the question. I'm looking at this game and I'm saying if we beat the Bills this game, we become AFC contenders. And it has to be a blowout for me to be all in, okay? I'm still a believer in this team being a playoff team, but I'm not a believer at it being a Super Bowl contender. Now, if this team blows out the Buffalo Bills like it should do, we will be on the top of the one of the top AFC teams this year. So when I look at this game, I look at the Buffalo Bills, who's coming off a brutal loss to the Green Bay Packers. Now, when I'm looking at this game, in actuality, I had the Tennessee Titans going into Buffalo and winning this game. Whether it's close or not, I do not know. You look at this game right here, and Buffalo, that's a tough place to play for any type team. So when you look at the Tennessee Titans, if they can go in Buffalo and blow them out, I feel like that'll put them over the top. But I'm going to go with the Tennessee Titans here. Let's move on. Atlanta Falcons versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, when I look at this game, Atlanta is 1-3 right now. I look at Atlanta Falcons and I'm saying if they lose this game, they fall to 1-4. It's going to be very hard for them to make the playoffs with the division that they're in right now. Look at the Carolina Panthers, how good they're playing right now, how good the New Orleans Saints are playing right now. You look at that, Atlanta cannot fall to 1-4 here. But on the flip side to that, you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are 1-2-1 right now. If they fall to 1-3, that's basically saying that you're 1-4. Okay, Taz, I don't know how that works at the end of the season, however you want to do the scenarios, but 1-3-1 doesn't look good for the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are looking at a Baltimore Ravens team who is 3-1, and you're looking at a Cincinnati Bengals team who is 3-1, and you're gonna have to play catch up. So this game is going to be my game of the week. I'm looking at this game right here to see which team falters and which team rises to the occasion. But this game is being played at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay, so I'm looking at this game. But I like Atlanta's offense. I really do. It's the defense that's questionable right now. But I'm looking at this game and I'm saying Pittsburgh, can they get it together? And it's not Pittsburgh year. So I'm going to go with the Atlanta Falcons to beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh. We rarely see a 2-game loss back-to-back from Pittsburgh at home. So I'm going to go with the Atlanta Falcons to win this game simply because I feel like Pittsburgh, this is not their year this year. Le'Veon, you need to come back to save the day. That's all I can say. But let's move on. The Baltimore Ravens versus the Cleveland Browns. Now, you look at this game right here, and Baltimore has been playing at a high type level. They've been playing at a high peak. Defensively, they've been getting turnovers. They've been a great defensive team like they've been in the past. Joe Flacco's been playing at his level that he's capable of playing with Lamar Jackson back there letting the fire under him. That defense is for real. They haven't allowed any first quarter points this year, so it's going to be crucial to see how Baker Mayfield on the other side, being in the dog pound, goes against his division rival in the Baltimore Ravens. Now, I look at the fact that the Cleveland Browns have a run game, and the decisions Baker Mayfield makes, he can make quick decisions on his feet, so the defense shouldn't be a problem for Baker. I don't know about his fumbling problem that he had last week. Can he get that corrected real fast in a hurry? Rookie mistakes. I don't expect him to win this game, but I do expect him to put up a fight. The Ravens will win this game at Cleveland. Let's move on. We have the Dolphins versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, you look at the fact that the Dolphins are coming off a blowout loss to the New England Patriots. Now, you look at the fact that you see that, and are they for real? So this is the type game that you show that you can bounce back against a good team right now in the Cincinnati Bengals, who are sitting at 3-1. If you can bounce back this game, we still have trust in you, not to win the division, but you can at least come in here and compete for a wild card spot. We can see that if you win this game, but I don't have you winning this game. I feel like the Cincinnati Bengals are the class of the AFC North right now. They have both the offensive side and the defensive side somewhat packed down. Not all the way, but I do have them enough to win this game, especially being at home. I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals to win this one. Let's move on. We have the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, we look at this game. You have Pat Mahomes and that great offense, and then you had that great defense on the other side. And Blake Bortles has been playing well. He doesn't play well against Tennessee. I don't know why, but now he's been playing well He's back on track. You look at that, and that offense look like it's good. The defense, you already know what they're coming with. So who wins this game against Kansas City? Now you see Pat Mahomes. This is the adversity we need you to face to see if you're going to be the next face of the NFL. If you could beat the Jacksonville Jaguars at home and against that great defense, a generational type defense, then I have no question that he's probably the best young quarterback out here after Andrew Luck. So Pat Mahomes might be the next best when I'm looking at this game. But do I have them winning against the Jacksonville Jaguars? It's the question. When I'm looking at this game, I'm saying the Jacksonville Jaguars winning. I feel like Patrick Mahomes is not in his bag yet. It's not in his bag yet. Not yet. But when I'm looking at this game, it's going to be a close one. I feel like Pat Mahomes can do just enough to keep these guys in the game. But it's going to come down to the defense for the Kansas City Chiefs, who didn't play terrible against the Denver Broncos. But at the same time, can they hang with the Blake Bortles-led offense? I mean, Blake does his thing, so I'm going to have to give him his credit on here. So I got the Jaguars winning this game against the Kansas City Chiefs at Kansas City. Let's move on to the Oakland Raiders versus the LA Chargers. Now, we saw the last game that the Chargers there was a close game between the San Francisco 49ers, who don't have their quarterback, and Jimmy G. You look at the Raiders, who coming off a win against the Cleveland Browns in overtime. And I feel like the Raiders, they're poised to hit their stride. But I don't know about this game. This game is going to be very tough for me to predict. But I feel like the Raiders can get it done at the Chargers, being that they don't really have a home field advantage. The Chargers will lose this game to the Oakland Raiders. Let's move on. We have the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. You see Minnesota, who is coming off a loss against the best team in the NFL, the LA Rams, who put up a good fight, a decent fight against a good team. I mean, a great team. So when I'm looking at that, if the defense can play up this game, I have no doubt in my mind that the Minnesota Vikings will beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, the Eagles come off a loss to the Tennessee Titans in overtime, a game that they were up by 14 points, and really in actuality should have won that game. But when I'm looking at this game right here, if everything comes to fruition, if Philly play like they usually play, okay, they faltered a little bit in overtime last game, but I'm saying if they can play like that consistently, they get that Super Bowl mojo back. Carson Wentz leads this team to a win, especially with this game being in Philadelphia. I'm going to have to go with the Eagles to win this game against the Minnesota Vikings, whose defense is struggling right now. Carson Wentz bounces back in a big game at home. Let's move on to the LA Rams versus the Seattle Seahawks in a divisional game. This game is being played at the 12th Man Stadium. Now, I'm looking at this game, and I'm looking at the LA Rams, who are red hot right now. They haven't lost a game on the season. Will they ever lose a game on the season? I do not know. I mean, this team is way too good. The firepower that they have for LA this year, LA is splurging with the juice. They have the juice, okay? They have the juice. Now, you look at the Seattle Seahawks, and they've coming off a win against the Arizona Cardinals. Now, will they be the same team that they were last year under Russell Wilson, who can get them at a 10-6 record? I'm looking at this team right now, and I'm saying they cannot beat the Rams, but they can still compete in the NFC. I feel like, in my opinion, they can still compete. So when I'm looking at this, I'm saying the LA Rams win this game simply because they're the best team in football right now. The 12th Man Stadium is not a problem for them anymore after that blowout win that they had last year. It's like an obstacle, the boss level. They've overcome that boss level. So I'm going to go with the LA Rams to win this game. Let's move on to the Arizona Cardinals versus the San Francisco 49ers. Another divisional matchup. You look at this game right here, and Arizona has, what's his name, Josh Rosen starting. So I'm going to have to go with Josh Rosen here. He had a pretty good game against the Seattle Seahawks. The receivers couldn't really catch the balls, none. They wasn't doing them no favors. But I'm looking at this game right here, and this is a game that they should win and that they will win in San Francisco. So let's move on to that Texas matchup. We have the Dallas Cowboys going against the Houston Texans. Now, the Houston Texans, if you're a Houston fan watching this video, forgive me, okay? I'm sorry, because I wrote y'all off too early. I feel like just because y'all won over the Indianapolis Colts, I shouldn't be acting this way. But I'm looking at Deshaun Watson, and I'm looking at him, and I'm saying, man, it's good. This man looks good. And I underestimated him over the offseason, saying that he was going to regress a little bit. But this man is still hitting his stride. The defense is the problem for the Houston Texans. So I'm looking at this game, and I'm saying the Houston Texans are going to start hitting their stride again. If he can keep putting up consistent numbers like this, Deshaun Watson, they can easily finish 10-6 if that defense showed up. And I said TJ. JJ Watt is showing up, so the defense can get behind him and Clowney. They can bounce back. I have no problem. I have no doubt in my mind that they can do that. You're looking at the Dallas Cowboys, who are coming off a big win last week against the Detroit Lions. Now, I'm looking at this game and I'm saying now, if the Dallas Cowboys run game and their defense shows up, this game could be over far faster than we think, okay? So I'm saying that the Cowboys have a great run game right now with Zeke Elliott. You know, he's doing his thing out there. So I'm looking at the Houston Texans game and the adversity. If they can deal with adversity, I'm looking at the fact that they're 1-3 right now. Can they win this game and become 2-3 on the season? I think so. So I'm gonna go with the Houston Texans to win this game. Let's move on. So now for the final game of the season, of this week, you look at the fact that we have the Washington Redskins versus the Saints. Now I'm looking at this game and I'm saying, can the Saints keep it up? And I feel like they will. But I'm looking at the Washington Redskins and I'm saying that they're leading the NFC East right now. So can they win this game? Now, this game is going to be very tough nonetheless, but this game is being played in the Superdome. And the bad thing is, the thing that makes me raise my eyebrows when I'm looking at this game is the Saints. They coming off 2 wins on the road. They don't do that. I mean, you looking at the fact. So imagine what they're going to do in the Dome. So I'm going to have the Saints winning this game. So yeah, so overall, if you like this video, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, comment your opinion below. Turn on post notifications so you know every time I have some content for you. And I'm out. Sheesh.